Howdy peeps, time for another quick, well might be quick, might not, but an update video anyway. Just show what I've been up to, what I've finished, what I'm in the middle of, and what I've been squirreling. Yeah. Anyway, start out with things I've finished lately. Well, first thing I finished was that little monster, which is the Fujimi 172 Phantom Black Bunny. Yeah, don't buy it. Just don't. It's an horrible kit. I mean, it's filler city, gap city, seam city, anything you don't want in a kit. I mean, even to the point where even when I was thought I'd got it beaten and was putting the decals on, they started to shatter. As you can see, some of them silvered quite horribly. It's one of those where you just get to the point where you just lose the mojo for it, and you just think, oh what, I don't care anymore. Wrong attitude to take, I know, but anyway, I got it done. That's the main thing. Yes, it wasn't an enjoyable experience. Anyway, so I finished that off and thought, I know what, I shall enter my friend Brett's multi-engine bomber build. What did I think to buy? Well, you may have seen the pictures of this in progress. It's the Ravel Monogram TU95 Bear. It's quite a large kit, you're thinking. That's 1/144 scale. It's not 172. It's 1/144. It's a huge plane, and the model weighs a lot because there's little, well, I think it's about 1.5 ounces of lead in the front end of it. As you can see, it's a Viejo aluminium and a UMP dark dirt wash. This is the various different panels that had to be picked out in different colours, And the biggest challenge for me with this was that section right there. There was a whacking great sensor bulge, which I think came down nearly as far as a landing gear would. And to make it the bomber variant, I kind of had to get rid of the sensor bulge. So it kind of looks, when it's, at least when it's just sat on the right way up, you look sideways at it, it looks like the bomber. Again, just Viejo aluminium, dark dirt wash. I think the nacelle and exhaust panels were alclad steel or iron, one of those. I think it might be iron. Then I did the exhaust staining with Tamiya smoke mixed with a little bit of black just to darken it up a bit. But yeah, handshaking, the front end of it's quite heavy. Let's put that out of the way somewhere. It's the other problem with it is finding somewhere to put it. Now, after those two mojo saps, I thought I need something I know is going to go together well and I'm going to enjoy. And also no one's going to complain if I use the wrong colour or it's not the right markings. Those markings should be on the one that's this colour. Yeah. So I broke out Games Workshop Eldar Hemlock Wraith Fighter. Well, Wraith Fighter Crimson Hunter. I kind of used bits from both versions and botched it together to make one that just looked cooler. And yeah, it goes together easy, fits pretty much perfectly. I mean, got some seriously cool shape to it as well, and side profile. Yeah, it's, and that is excuse me. It's just painted, I think it's a Viejo light sea blue, with I think it's Blue Angels blue I used for the darker flashes, and a mix of Tamiya buff and white for the bone coloured bits. The reflectivey gemmy things is just Tamiya clear over, again I think the Viejo aluminium. The underside is the tan again mixed with a little bit of white to give it not quite so dark. The interesting bits of masking the engines and the power core and whatever, they're Mr. Hobby super metallic steel, given a fairly heavy, well, the whole thing got a very heavy wash. It's literally a black oil wash to pull out all the panel lines. And then the guns were, again I think the Alclad iron, but given, throat's playing up today, I do apologise. Given some of the C1 metallizer to bring out the sheen, and then the coat of the Vallejo, Vallejo, whatever you want to call it, the metal varnish. And I would like to say about this, thank you for all the positive comments I got, guys. It really did boost my mojo no end. Now on to works in progress. You may have seen the build review and the kit review of, God, careful, this little beastie, well, not so little. This is the Bronco KV1222. She's part way done. We're getting turret not attached, obviously. As you can see, it's still wearing its gloss coat. But yeah, slow but steady progress. Managed to get the tracks so that the suspension all still works. Look, ooh. But yeah, beautiful kit. Not for the faint of heart, but goes together really well. Looks the part. Yeah, but obviously still work in progress. Quite a bit to go on that. But something else has made me go, oh, shiny, you know, dose of squirrelness. Pop that back up there out of the way. And the latest squirrel moment, definitely a work in progress. Can you tell what it is yet? There's a lot of it. Don't think it'll actually fit in the camera shot. It is the Hobby Boss SU27 1/48 flavour. Again, absolutely gorgeous kit. Goes together pretty much flawlessly. I have added some aftermarket to it. I did get the Ares engines, but they didn't really fit. There was a big old sort of 1.5 mm step around the back end here where the nozzles joined. Let's make sure they're actually in shot. So pretty much all I've used is the fans, the internal PE, and the extra bits that poke out the back of those. In the cockpit I used the Edward Brassin seat with the Photoetch belts, which I had in another kit. And then if we can see up in the intakes, got the, oh no, they don't quite fit properly, there's a gap, but hey, they're the bits out of the Edward kit as well. But to me, once it's sat down, I mean, you won't really see the intakes once it's sat on my shelf. And the other thing I've been doing with that, well, the majority of the rest of the aftermarket I got was for the landing gear. I got the Brassin wheels and etchy bits, which, yeah, they're resin wheels, you know what they look like. Yeah, again, a bit interesting because they were designed to fit the Academy kit rather than the Hobby Boss, so not a perfect fit. And the other bits I got were the res kit, yes. Let's get me painted a piece of black card. Res kit rocket pods. I think I want to do 4 or 5 bits of resin and a couple of bits of etch. Yeah, I mean they're actually very nice. Very happy with those. And although they're still wearing that because I've been painting them this morning. Let's see if we can get the masking tape off without tearing it to pieces. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yes. And again, I mean these are tiny. They are, trust me, they are 1/48 scale. But I think they're made by Armory. Resin and Photoetch unguided missiles. 2 launchers or 2 racks, 7 on each. I just make it look different. Look different underneath. Don't get me wrong, the kit armament is superb. Let's grab one as an example. And you can. It's probably going to white out. Let's see if we can get it in a bit more shade. There we go. You can see the detail on those. I say with just the plastic out the kit, can't go wrong. There's 2 honking great sprues of them as well. I think I've got enough spare missiles to do about, I don't know, if I was to fit them onto an American jet, probably about 10 jets. Anyway, so that's what I've been up to. That, hanging out with the guys, having a laugh, watching the live shows, watching too much on YouTube and not coming up here and actually working. You know how it is. Some of you may have seen I was going to enter the Silver Screen Dream Machines group build on Styrene Syndicate. I still may, depending on how I go. But doing the review of this kit, it's seriously knocked my mojo to actually want to build it. It's nasty, truly. Yeah. And I built enough duffers of late that don't particularly fancy fighting something, especially something I'm not confident in building, like cars. At least if it's a tank and it doesn't fit real well, you can hide it with mud or call it battle damage. The car with a high gloss finish, not so much. Anyway, then I had a slight moment of squirrelitis. Well, there's some things I've been considering for a while, like the Hemlock Wraith Fighter. I picked up a squad of Space Marine Scouts, again Warhammer 40,000. These aren't going to look like this when they're done. They're basically sacrificial. They're going to be chopped up and blown to bits and all kinds of cool stuff, as long as I can make it work. And yes, Games Workshop stuff is expensive. It's something we all say. Yeah, the detail is decent. They're not. I mean, you're never gonna. Sunlight coming in the window. I'll get that a bit closer. You can probably see the detail isn't spectacular, but it's not bad. And when it's this small, you're mainly hand painting it. And they're designed to be handled, aren't they? They're wargaming pieces, so they're designed to be picked up and pushed and moved around and fallen over, and so they can take a fair bit of abuse. It's what they're quite clunky on the detail, possibly. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're well moulded and they go together beautifully. But those of us who are used to, as I say, things like this Hobby Boss or that Bronco KV, yeah, we're used to finer detail, but yeah, it's all gravy. I'm not going to knock the kit, because they're designed for a purpose. They're not necessarily designed as a static display model. They're designed to be used. And to kind of a practice piece, I got myself the Wraith Lord as well, Eldar. Pretty much it's the Eldar, blooming throat today. Eldar version of a dreadnought. No living crew inside it. Not a robot. It's crewed by the spirits of dead Eldar. Yeah, I've read a lot of the fluff for Games Workshop over the years, so kind of know what I've kind of got an idea about what's going on. Let's put it that way. But I've always liked the Eldar because they're sleek lines and they're a dying race. They got some damn cool stuff as well, which is the main reason. Let's be honest. But I also picked up, it's kind of one of my Grail kits. And this thing's a beast, because it's not going to fit in the box in one shot. Again, if I turn it sideways we might get it all in. Yeah, there we go. It's the Eldar Wraith Knight, and this is a honking big model. It's expensive, obviously, Warhammer. As far as I can tell, I mean, it's pretty much, well, I haven't got huge hands, but it's pretty much the size of the picture on the back of the box. I'm going to be working this into kind of a diorama vignette-y thing with Dead Space Marines, and we shall see how we go. I might just go, oh, I suck at this, and just build it and paint it. But yeah, left the price ticket on there, but hey ho. Other than that, that's about all well, I've got some new paints to try out. The Citadel Air, I've got the Mephiston Red and the Ushabti Bone, because I've nearly run out of bleached bone, which I think my bottle's about 20 years old anyway. Basically got them just to try to see what they're like, and I gave it a quick blast on the paint mule last night. I can't really comment on the finish because of the state of the mule underneath all of it. So there's so many layers of paint and sanding and scuffing and weathering and decals, but no, it seems to go down fit. No, smooth, covers well. And this wasn't a subtle or delicate attempt at airbrushing. This was just airbrush, full power, blast. Right, what does it look like? Pre-thinned in the pot, so I think they're at 12mm, are they? If that. Let's see. Yeah, 12mm. So I mean, they're not going to go far. 250 a pot, I think. But again, no, sometimes you need weird shades, and they're fairly easy to get hold of, especially if you've got a Games Workshop stored near you. Then you can just pop in and grab the weird colours if you want tentacle pink or leash purple or rotting flesh green or whatever it happens to be. Anything else? Oh, so I just picked up some more paints, odds and sods, bits and pieces. You know, nothing to show, as it were. Just consumables, let's call it that. Anyway, I'm going to disappear off and watch the Grand Prix. Well, I say watch it, I'll probably fall asleep. So I shall say happy modelling, keep on, get some good cool stuff for Christmas, and just chill and have fun, peeps, because that's what it's all about. Bye bye, he says.